Alright guys, let's do focus motion. Currently in the middle of a session on PokerStars doing 10NL. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see, I got ace jack suited. And let's see here. This small blind, so I'm just going to raise it 40, pretty standard. Don't want to play it out of position, and if I limp, you know, it might just check. It's not really going to be feasible to try to be sneaky, especially at 10 NL. And I'm trying not to be a victim of the fancy play syndrome. So I'm just tightening up my range, tightening up my game, and playing pretty much straightforward as possible. It looks like right now I'm down about $5. Playing for about maybe a couple hours. Ran into a couple coolers, so had to find my way back up. So let's take a look. I got king with queen kicker here. That flip for my house bet, so I'm just gonna flat here. We have a lot of history with this guy. I gotta play very cautious with him because he's gonna try to get stacks involved here, and I'm pretty sure I have him beat. But we'll take a look. He's been very, very crazy. His game has been just all over the board. On a queen high flop, he shoved stacks in, like on a 4-bet pot with jacks, and it was pretty insane. So, as much as I want to raise against him, you know, I kind of want to have somewhat of the nuts in a sense, because I feel like I can stack him. I probably can stack him with basically top pair, top kicker should be good like in that situation, but I'm not looking to gamble for my stacks. I want to be able to have like a made hand by the river or by the turn in a sense, or just pretty much a good hand because flip for my house is very, very aggro. So let's see. I have my poker tracker running, and I will go ahead and take some notes on this. So EVA UA very, very tight, over 139 hands. The VP is 14, PR is 12. I'm going to fold A6 offsuit under the gun. High roll on dumb, he's pretty tight as well. VP 14, PR is 6, over 78 hands. Now flip for my house, he's multi-tabling, and even though his stats are pretty tight, he's pretty aggro. So, and let's see, flip for my house is up $1, and he would have been down a stack, but he caught his jack on the river to beat queens. It was insane. I was like, wow. And Mickey Ness really hasn't got out of hand. He's down about half a buy-in. And Bonk's Bomber been flopping some good hands, and he's up a buy-in and a half. We played a couple hands against each other, so it was pretty crazy. All right, on this board right here, I'm gonna take a stab. I want to have more outs on the turn if we get called. Bonk checks. He raises here. So, and when Bonk calls, then I get kind of odds to call too. So, okay, so now I have more outs. So I'm gonna check here because I don't want to inflate the pot. I don't have a 9, so when we pumping the pot up, Mickiness is gonna bet 30, really small. I'm wondering if he just flat, so I'm just gonna come along. Okay, so I hit my flush here. Now this is kind of tricky. This looks crazy like somebody could have Jack 9 4 4 house or Queen 9 4 4 house, so I gotta be very, very, very careful not to jeopardize my stack, especially against Bomber. So I'm just gonna flat this here. It may seem kind of tight, but yeah. So he has trip 9s, but it's kind of hard for me to jam that board because the board is so weighted to like potential Jack 9, Queen 9, you know. I mean, I guess I could. Let's take a look here. I mean, I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. Reduce this so you guys can see it, and you tell me what you think I should have done. Um, let's see. King Queen, I'm definitely raising 3x, straightforward, and of course, two tight people to my left. Kind of sucks. But then again, it doesn't because I can steal the blinds, and even kind of played back. I mean, when I raise and he or she has a hand, they generally re-raise. Um, and so I know I can play careful that way. So let's see. Anyway, coming right along. So Bronx Bomber, I checked him up on poker table ratings, and he just started playing this month. So it's kind of weird. His VIP is 54, which means he plays about half of his hands. Pretty loose, and he's also fairly aggressive too. So he can be kind of unpredictable, and so that's one of the reasons why I really wasn't comfortable. Went ahead and fire 50 cents into this pot. I wasn't comfortable playing for stacks on that board, especially when it's paired. So, and also you could have had the ace high flush. So, anyway, so high rolled them, re-raised or raised my donk bet. So probably repping the king. Definitely not going to call here, but just interested to note that I raised new flats, so probably looking at maybe could have 8-7, could have king queen. Not sure, but I'm just going to fold it and just let it go. I'm really trying to work on flip for my house. I'm trying to really set him up because he will stick his stack in, and I think one of the reasons why he likes to stick his stack in on marginal spots or coin flip situation is because he's multi-tabling, so he doesn't really. That's kind of shitty card, but oh well, I'm gonna fire again. Doesn't really take the time to analyze his thought process in regards to the opponent playing back at him and so forth, because I think he's just basically playing many tables and just trying to do, milk as much potential as possible. Here, this is going to be kind of implied odds. Queen 10, 40-40, 95, 35, so 3-1. Then I'm pretty sure high roller I'm going to call too. So I'm just going to call, looking to get a nice flop. I'm totally brick out, and that could be a leak of mine, but in that sense, I just feel that if I have odds and have live cards and potential, to make some stacks if I hit hard. So anyway, moving along. Let's see, we got 8 minutes into this video. I'm gonna post this on YouTube as a sample vid, so I will be cutting this shortly. But just to refresh it, I'm using Poker Tracker, and the VP stands for voluntary put money in pot, but basically means the hands you play, how many hands. So Eva played 13% of her hands, and versus Bronx Bomb, he plays 54% of his hands. So he's been very, very, very aggressive and plays a lot of hands. And see, I'm already at 60. And so that's how it works there. Anyway, this is Focus Motion. I will post another video shortly. I think I'll be posting a long video, an hour-long video in poker tricks in the near future. Alright, signing off. Let's see real quick how the hand plays out. I'm going to call for sure. Getting the odds to call. Hopefully hit an 8. Nope, totally brick out. And I'm going to be folding. Sucks. Alright, guys, I will catch you later on the flip side. This is Focus Motion, and signing out.